Black Ops 3 is the most confusing Call of Duty, but it also holds the hardest achievement in the franchise, the Personal Decorator. With less than 1% completion, this achievement requires you to collect 12 decorations across the entire campaign. Hundreds of mission challenges, multiple playthroughs, and a combat test unlike any other is what awaits us as we attempt this mind-bending achievement once and for all. Shoot! God damn it, man! I need a cup of coffee. Yeah, and some prayer, you psycho. Our first step on this journey was a pretty easy one. We had to beat the training simulator with a score of 35,000 points. This would give us the tried and true decoration, and honestly, it wasn't near as hard as I thought it would be. We really just had to survive 16 rounds, and after about 30 minutes, the decoration was ours. Yes, sir! Although this simulation was pretty easy, later on would be much worse because we had to beat it on Realistic. Speaking of that, our next decoration was Legendary Service for beating the game on Realistic difficulty, which is harder than Veteran. And if we complete this one, we also unlock Heroic Service. Thankfully, I'm a pretty seasoned Call of Duty player, so Realistic would be a piece of cake for me.
Take it easy, gentlemen. This might be a little harder than I thought.
I was totally wrong. In this difficulty, you literally die in one bullet, so they did a great job. We figured out pretty early on that we needed to take a much safer approach, and after taking the narrow road, things turned out a lot better throughout the campaign. The only thing that was really awful about the first mission was trying to leave the war zone after we rescued the Prime Minister. This evac site was a death trap from literally everywhere.
Concentrating fire on multiple targets.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. There was even one attempt we thought we were safe, but I forgot about the invisible men in this game.
I'm fine, please.
God.
Where did that even come from, bro?
Although after about 30 minutes, we finally made it out safely, but I can't say the same for our character. Our bad day turned into a very bad day as we got our arms and legs ripped off by the Terminator. Thankfully, Taylor rescues us and we got a totally safe neural implant called a DNI. The next mission is really just a tutorial on all the new abilities you get as you try to stop a train from going boom. The main focus we had on the Realistic playthrough was doing as many other decorations along the way, while trying to understand this insane storyline. We neutralized a lot of hostiles, which put us a lot closer to the Grim Reaper decoration, but I probably died more if we're being honest. I suck, bro. What happened to me? After picking up my pride, we finally finished the second mission and got an achievement for completing it. But what I was really excited about was the fabrication kits we got. We needed these to unlock items for our character. When you unlock all the tacticals, weapons, and rigs, you get the Armament Superiority decoration. And then you get Dedicated to Excellence for upgrading all the cyber abilities. What I didn't know yet is we wouldn't have enough kits to unlock everything at the end of the game. Thankfully, I had a trick up my sleeve when we got there. The remaining decorations would take a lot of work for us, but we'd have to finish those after the first playthrough. This game plunged us into a conspiracy theory so confusing I didn't even know what was real anymore. As me and my buddy Hendrix investigated a rogue black site in Singapore, we met the 54I, which are not the good guys. Is that... Oh my gosh, did that just freaking happen? Dude, this is the darkest story I've ever seen. They took out innocent people and I refused to stand by silently. After dealing some justice, we moved through most of the mission pretty smoothly. That is until we made it to this bridge part and we died I don't even know how many times, but it was the most annoying thing in this mission. But after about 20 long minutes, the suffering finally ended, and we continued ahead moving through the rest of the mission. We even collected an accolade towards the end, which is important because we had 176 of these to get for the Above and Beyond decoration. Once we finish the mission, we find some scientists brutally murdered by none other than John Taylor, our own comrade. Hendrix didn't believe it, but I had my suspicions, so we dug deeper at the place where it all started, the Coalescence Corporation. We went into the facility to find answers, but really it just led to more questions. The beginning of the map wasn't too bad, but once we got to the server room, all these robots here seemed to be zombie-like for some reason.
Zombie robots.
As we reached the bottom of the facility, we found out why.
His DNI is acting as a conduit for every piece of intel that's stored down here. He's been directing the robots, controlling their hive mind.
For some reason, Diaz was controlling the robots and making them attack us, so we would have to take them down. And I'm not gonna lie, this holdout section was actually really hard to beat. You have to take down 3 different cores and survive the robots at the same time. At the beginning, they're shooting you, but at the very end, they're not. Which reminds me, this is the best place to do the camo grind for the Master of Arms decoration. If you time it just right, towards the end of the mission, the zombie-like robots just continue to run at you and you can just take out kills endlessly, which makes the camo grind rough, but a little bit easier. I did my time getting dark matter in this game, but dude, this felt so much worse. 650 kills per weapon, and we didn't even have them all unlocked yet. So we got 2 of them done and had to come back later when we finished the campaign. After we finished the mission, our buddy Hendrix interacts with Diaz and gets infected with this DNI virus thing. We tried to leave the facility, but the 54i dropped some depth charges in that made me want to throw my controller through a window.
Okay. I'm just freaking going as fast as possible. That is all I'm doing.
Something's messing with my connection.
What? Bro.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, this part made me really angry because I kept dying over and over again. Once we finally finished it, I had never been so excited to be outside again.
Thank you. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, bro. Thank you.
The next mission, we're protecting this doctor that was connected to some DNI experiments that Taylor's team was also trying to find. And Hendrix wanted some answers, and he seemed about as okay as most dudes are when you ask him how they're doing. So, not good.
Whoa! Hendrix, stand down!
Oh my gosh, bro.
What is the frozen forest?
And then we learned there was something devious going on in the DNI world. As we continued through the next 2 missions, we had to help the Egyptian Prime Minister from the first mission, which is super weird because I don't even know how it relates to the story at all. But we did get a few accolades done, and at the end of it, we had enough fabrication kits to fully upgrade our cyber abilities.
I think we get an achievement for that, right? That should be one of them, right?
Let's
We got an
go!
appointment with our new LNO inside the quarantine zone.
Fully upgrade all cyber cores. That's freaking
Once we
clutch.
got a decoration down, we felt a lot better about the achievement grind because after 7 to 12 hours of gameplay, this game was getting to be a lot for me. But we pushed through the last couple missions and we caught another member of Taylor's team and interacted with her DNI. The interaction reveals how Corvus was created through a weird simulation, and then we find out that Corvus is using Taylor's team to find out why he was created. Talk about weird! Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the really weird zombies part of this simulation. I mean, what is going on? And then Corvus infects our DNI. As the story moves along, we begin to go insane a little bit, both me and my character. Once we finally locate Taylor, he tries to take us out in this massive boss fight. He's inside this huge mothership and you've got to take out the multiple areas. Surprisingly, this actually wasn't that hard for me and I have no explanation for it. But it ends with us pinned down as Taylor approaches us and has a change of heart. He cuts out his DNI and then, just as he's about to tell us something, Hendrix shows up.
Hendrix.
Hendrix, what the fuck?
Well, are you confused yet? As we made our way through the last mission, this one took us the longest at like almost 3 hours. We needed to get inside the Coalescence Corporation and shut down the DNI servers for good, but a good part of this 3 hours was trying to get inside the place.
This is annoying.
It wasn't until about 30 minutes in, I decided to use camo for once. Yeah, I told you guys my brain was fried.
Oh my gosh, we did it.
Still with me, Kane?
I'm still with you.
We find Hendrix and the guy responsible for the D&I projects. Hendrix takes him out, we take Hendrix out, and then we enter the mind of Corvus to take him down for good. Nearing the end of the campaign, we found out that Corvus just wanted to know why he was created in the first place, which we find out was a complete accident, and really he was just serving to monitor the thoughts of the whole world. We had to walk through 3 different simulations that somewhat resembled the campaign, all to destroy Corvus's 3 hearts in these areas. Yeah, it's super weird. Once we took out all 3 hearts in all 3 areas, we were walking outside as the game is ending and purging every D&I. Then we realized something that's been hidden from us all along.
Imagine yourself
What's your name, soldier?
in a frozen forest.
I said, what's your name?
Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know about this campaign, but it was confusing. Thankfully, a good chunk of our journey was finally over.
Here we go. Complete the campaign on Realistic. Complete the campaign on Veteran.
We were kind of over the campaign at this point, so we decided to work on the collectibles next. We went through each mission collecting all the collectibles in the game first, and after about an hour of YouTube videos, we collected the
Let's
last
go,
one.
baby. This should be the last one, I think. Let's go. That should be like the last one in the... Let's go, baby.
After we finished the Chronicler decoration, next we were trying to finish the Armament Superiority decoration, but we didn't have enough fabrications to unlock them all. Then I remembered the trick up my sleeve.
N-I-F-E-S-T. I wonder if anything happened. We'll find out.
Yeah, we've got 19. Oh, it's probably because those are the ones I have remaining, I bet. So we've unlocked all those. By typing manifest into the computer, you unlock all the fabrication kits you need in the game. No lie, this was a pretty cool addition to the game and reminded me of the Black Ops 1 computer. After unlocking everything, we went back to our service board and had one more knocked down. And boom, yes, let's go, baby, let's go. Unlock and purchase all weapons, lethals, tacticals, and cyber combat abilities. Nice, dude. We still had 5 remaining, including a whole playthrough on Veteran without dying for Immortal Fame. But I had another trick up my sleeve for that one. We decided to go back and finish the camo grind first. We had 31 weapons to complete, 650 kills for every primary, 150 for every pistol, and 300 for the launchers. For the primary weapons and the pistols, we went back to the Hypo Center mission and played it over and over again. You might think this would be boring, and it absolutely was, but I believe in persevering through difficulty, so I threw on some Forrest Frank music and took out some robots for hours on end. After finishing those, we loaded up the last mission for the launchers because there's endless talents and air support to take out for all the eliminations you need. This process was so slow, and if it wasn't for some worship music in the background, I might have gone insane. But after multiple days of grinding, we finally became a Master of Arms. Let's go. Oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus. The Master of Arms is done, baby. Let's freaking go, dude. With the camo grind behind us, it was time to go back through the campaign a 3rd time to collect Immortal Fame. We have to beat the game on Veteran, and we can't restart from a checkpoint. But I work harder, not smarter. Or something like that. I pulled out the other trick I had, and we used a cyber ability that gave us a revive in the Veteran run, and it still counted as a deathless technically. So this actually wasn't too bad for us, because we knew the campaign pretty well at this point, and we had the sweet Draken Sniper to help us. Once we finished the campaign for a 3rd time, my brain was completely fried from this weird story. But we were another step closer. Now we only had 3 more decorations to go, and these were going to be the worst part of the entire experience. We started with Above and Beyond, which requires us to get all the mission accolades. There are 16 accolades on every mission in this game, besides one which has 17, which is weird. So with 176 total, we had a lot of work to do. Some of these were already completed from our campaign playthroughs, like the collectibles or even the Deathless run. And I'm not going to bore you guys with 176 others, so these are my top 5 accolades that were fun, but still pretty challenging. Out with a Bang had to be number 5, taking out Sarah Hall with a grenade on this weird zombie mission, and I struggled a little bit more than I'd like to admit.
Listen only to the sound of my voice.
Number 4, aggressive marketing for taking out a guy with a billboard, which, honestly, I just thought was hilarious.
Take him out. Let's go. Thank you very much.
Number 3 was bigger than you. We had to use this pause unit to take out like 8 robots or something, and it was really hard because we'd either die before it happened or our teammates would take out all the robots. But thankfully, after about 20 minutes, we finally had some good luck.
4,
Guess we're going up.
5,
Right out.
6, 7,
Number 2 was commandeered, and all we had to do was take out 20 enemies with a technical turret, but most of the time they would just blow it up.
Well, that didn't freaking work.
This one took us a long time, and it was super aggravating, so I was happy to be done with it. 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, let's go, baby.
It's freaking over.
My number 1 and the hardest one for me was clean sweep. We had to take out all the enemies in these super trees, and there's no way of knowing you did it right until the entire mission is over. This is at the end of the mission, so we had to replay it a few times. But after 3 attempts, we finally took care of it.
Okay, that hasn't happened yet, but
Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
With 2 decorations remaining, it was time to come back to the decoration holding the hardest challenge in the entire game. Duty calls.
duty.
We needed to complete all 33 challenges across the campaign, and after 3 playthroughs, we were pretty close. Most of these challenges were for beating each mission on veteran or realistic. Others were dedicated to specific attacks using cyber abilities like camo or mind control. Thankfully, at this point, we only had 6 remaining by the time we started working on them. So after we used some power cores as EMPs and boxed a lot of other robots, we were finally on the last one. Ready for anything. This is for beating the combat simulator on realistic difficulty. After we do this one, the other 2 remaining challenges are completed as well. So super simple, right? Wrong. 16 rounds of increasingly difficult enemies would be thrown at us from all directions. Robots, humans, riot shields, wraps, talons, pause units, and warlord forces in one combat area. The first round was regular enemies, but as you progress, so do they. Did I mention this is on realistic difficulty?
Okay, so the scariest environment imaginable. Thanks.
This would be a test of mental strength, tactical ability, and a focus unlike any other. Thankfully, I'm one of the most focused individuals you would ever meet. Okay, I completely lied about that. The Lord's still working on patience with me, man. We began this journey with as much fire and fury as a middle schooler on dodgeball day. With all that excitement, our first attempt was actually going really well. We made it through the first set of talons, the pause units, and even the Cerberus. And then we started round 8. My gosh, bro, what do you even do? This started a trend, and unfortunately not a good one. For the next 2 hours, we could barely get past the first few rounds because we tried to rush through everything instead of taking our time. I think the worst part was the warlords. These guys single-handedly ended almost every attempt we had. There was one on round 13 specifically that pushed us into a corner, and I begged for mercy, and he definitely delivered. Ah! No. No. Not right now. Not right now. Wait! Wait! No, bro! I was not ready. Bro. That was not the mercy I was asking for. After 2 hours of attempts and a change of wardrobe, we decided to take a day to recover.
God damn it, man.
I need a cup of coffee. The next day, we actually made it to round 15 pretty quickly, and then a pause unit did the unspeakable to us. Dang it, bro! There's no way! Oh my gosh, man. I told you guys, God's still working on me. As angry as I was, we pushed ahead and tried again and again, and we even found a safe spot to hide behind a barrier protecting us from the APS units shooting his rockets. After taking down the APS and the pause units, we only had 2 warlords remaining, and they weren't slipping out of our grasp today. One's down. Oh my gosh. This achievement actually took me months to complete, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt really good. We finally completed everything this game asked us to do, and received the achievement we came all this way for.
There it is, baby. There it is. Let's freaking go. The personal decorator.
This achievement was pretty cool to get, but there's not an achievement in the world that beats knowing God loves me. And guess what? He loves you too. Peace.